Okay, hello. At this stage, I'm going to show you how to send the CAD drawing through to the laser cutter. So the first thing to do is to delete one of these lines here. Now, the reason why you do this is because at the moment there is 3 boxes. Now there's a box here, sorry, a square here, and a square here, and a square here. These 2 squares here both have a line each in this position, which means there's 2 lines here, one overlapping on top of the other. Now, if I don't delete one of these lines, then the laser goes over it twice, which is fine, but it just takes longer and it just uses up unnecessary energy. So if I delete one of these lines here and delete one of these lines here, it'll speed up the process. So you'll see in a second, this button just here is del any. The second one along, if I click and hold on it and choose the second delete option along, it will delete individual lines or overlapping lines. So you have a look. So you can see it's that one there, just there. And then if you click on that once, it will look like nothing has happened, but there will be just one line then after that. So if you did it twice, then it would completely disappear and you wouldn't see either line. If you do that accidentally, just click on undo, which is this button here, and then you can bring one of them back. Okay. Okay, and then click on obviously both of them, so it's that one and that one. Now, what we're going to do now is I've clicked on the select tool up here, and I select around the whole thing. There is an option to select all just here as like a pink box with an arrow in it. You can click on that one instead and it will select the whole thing. Other than that, just drag a square or a rectangle around the whole thing. And next thing to do after that is to explode it fully to simple objects. So this option up here, the little red cross, is the explode fully to simple objects. If you click on that, your next job is to click on fully to simple objects and then click continue, and it just separates all the individual lines and the shapes out so that it's easy for the laser cutter to read the coordinates of all the different shapes that you've drawn out. Okay, now the next thing to do is to send it to the laser cutter. So I'm going to click on File and Print. And then I'm going to choose the Mercury Laser Pro printer, depending on what printer you're using. So the Laser Mercury Pro, and then I need to click on Properties. Okay, now at this stage, there's a load of options, but the ones that I'm interested in are, well, at the moment it's set to black and white. Now we know we use red, so it's not just black and white. So we need to click on Manual Color Fill, which is the second one down. Click on Manual Color Fill, and then click on Pens, and it'll let you change the settings for the laser cutter pens. Now, as you can see, you can do a whole range of different powers from different pens that you can use. So I could use a green and change the power so it just burnt through a bit deeper or whatever it is I want to do. But I'm only using the red and the black, which are the top 2. Now, the black needs to cut all the way through the material quite deeply, and I'm using a 3mm MDF, which is a type of wood, to burn all the way through. So it needs to be, you need to set the laser to go very slowly so it's got time to burn all the way through, and but turn the power up to 100% power so it's got enough energy to burn all the way through the material. So if you slide the bar of the power up to 100, slide the speed right down to, I've got it on 0.7, but it depends on the type of laser and how powerful the laser cutter is that you're using. So you'll see I'm setting it to 0.7 by just tabbing across, and the power up to 100. Now for the engraving, I just want it to burn the surface of the material. Now for this situation, you can change it to whatever you want. So you could have it on like full power but really quick, so that it's powerful but it it's not too slow that it will burn all the way through. So you put it on a really high speed, it'll quickly go over it on a powerful speed, but it won't have time to burn all the way through the material. So you can see the setting I've gone for is I'm going for 100% power, but I'm going to speed it up. So I'm going to speed it up to say 70. So it'll still cut through fairly deeply of the material. So when the metal pulls into those burnt sections, it will be clear to see. But it's going to do it fairly quickly. But obviously it's going to be fairly powerful as well. Okay, so then you click OK after that. And it will send it then straight through to the laser cutter. Okay, thank you for watching.